Welcome back to What's It Like to Play in the NFL. This is JJ Birden. All right, free agents, are you ready for my top 10 tips on how an NFL free agent long shot can make the team? Well, here you go. Number one is check your egos at the door. It does not matter how great you were last year, college, whatever you did in the past. No. They don't care. Everybody's a great athlete. So you have to be coachable. You've got to have a humble attitude because the coaches are going to be coaching you up. They're going to be embarrassing you, talking crazy to you, correcting you, but they're trying to see if, again, you can process information and retain it as well and then perform on the field. So you can't take it personal. And I saw a lot of guys come in with very large egos and thinking that they were entitled to make the team. You don't want to be like that. I can remember on one occasion on one of my teams, we had a wide receiver come in who refused to cut the DBs and the safety. Not the most glamorous thing for wide receivers to do, but at times you got to block those guys and they want you to take their legs out. And he just wouldn't do it. And he just felt it was beneath him. And as a result, he went bye-bye very, very fast. So you got to make sure, again, you check your ego at the door, be coachable, and have a humble attitude. Number two, learn all the positions. So what I mean is that if you are a fullback, learn the running back's position. Learn the tight end's position. When they have the 4 receiver set or the 5 receiver set or the passing formation, just learn as many of those positions as you can, because the more you know, the more opportunities you have to play. When I went to KC in 1990, I came in as an X receiver. The X receiver will also learn the H position. Well, I went ahead and learned Y and Z, because those were the 4 positions that we had out there when it was time to go in those passing situations. So by learning all those positions, when guys got hurt, they were shuffling guys around, and I was always the guy that was on the field because they could move me in one of those 4 positions. So yeah, the more I knew, the more chances I got to be on the field, to be on film, and to make those plays. So learn all your positions. Number 3, no mental errors. You guys know right now they're throwing the playbook at you, this big playbook with all this information you got to learn. And coaches are trying to see is not only can you process information, but can you retain information and be able to perform on the field. So you got to show that capacity. Now you're going to make some mistakes from time to time, but make sure you're not repeating those mistakes. Do whatever you can to eliminate those mental errors. Have your own practice sessions, memorize the audibles, the hand signals, or whatever. No mental errors. Number 3, be an overachiever. You got to be like the Energizer Bunny. You got to be flying around that field like crazy because you have to stand out. So do whatever you can. Always go full speed, 110%. I mean, coaches want to see guys that are just flying around the field. The guys that are flying around the field a lot of times are making plays. So again, full speed, be the overachiever. And when you're doing drills and practicing, you got those veterans over there, don't listen to them when they tell you, hey, rookie, slow down. Hey, free agent, man, you're making us look bad. See, they already made the team. You got to do whatever you can to make sure you make the team. The camp that I mentioned earlier, when I was with KC, I went into the attitude that I was going to do whatever I could to make the team and whatever I could do to stand out. I was diving for passes left and right. I remember some of the receivers making fun of me, but I was making some crazy catches. And I knew I was on point because when I was listening to one of the radio talk shows, fans were calling in talking about number 18 who's diving around making all these big catches. Oh, he should definitely be on the team. So I definitely stood out. You got to do that. Stand out. Be that overachiever. Remember, every practice for you is game day. That's the attitude you got to have every day. It's game day. I'm going to stand out. I'm going to make some big plays. Number 5, do not, and I repeat, do not get injured. You cannot make the club if you're in the tub, they used to say. You can't get injured. You can't afford to be injured. So you need to do whatever you can to stay healthy. You know how many times I saw a free agent guy come in balling? Outplaying the draft choices, and you're like, oh man, this guy, he's going to make the play. He's going to make the team for sure. Then all of a sudden, it's a groin. It's a calf. It's a hamstring. He misses a drill, a practice, multiple practices. Then you forget all about them, and they're just another statistic. Why? Because they couldn't stay healthy. They couldn't stay on the field. So you got to do whatever you can to make sure your body is healthy. You take care of your body. Get your treatment before practice. Get your treatment after practice. Get in the ice tub. I know it's cold. Get in there anyway. And from what I recall, and I don't know what it's like today, I haven't seen a training camp in a while, but in the past, we didn't warm up enough. This was one of my pet peeves. I ran track in Oregon. I was used to nice, thorough warm-ups before you went fast. And I didn't notice that in the NFL, so what I did was, you know the meeting you have right before practice? I started dropping down on the floor and started stretching. So I would start my pre-stretch before the team stretch. You know, I was willing to do whatever I could to make sure my muscles were ready to perform and play fast. And I know that made a difference. But you just got to do whatever you can to take care of your body. The best ability you can have is availability, and you need to be available. So there's my top 5 reasons how an NFL free agent long shot can make the team, and I got 5 more coming at you. You ready? Well, here they come.